Hey everybody, DJ here, pulling you the LAFS Excel training one more time. I hope everybody enjoyed their Saturday. Yesterday I was doing something else, so here we are on Sunday. I hope everybody's watching it though. Anyways, so without any further instruction, let's go straight to our contents today. So we are now 11th. We are at the session 11 for pivot table number 3. We are going to talk about building graphs and putting the slicers, and which I told you guys before that uh, within the pivot table there are always the filters, and we are going to use this function and we are going to use these applications so that we can build the very building blocks of our dashboard in the future. As you can see, a little empty here for our session 12, 13, 14. I am still not sure what I'm going to do for the whole review, or how we are going to put everything together and show you one more time. So give me some time to give you some plans about how we are going to uh, review everything. So just know that like I got something in my mind, but it's just not organized too much. Okay. Uh, and as we always repeat every week, so if you need any private training, let me know. I'll be more than glad to help you out, because any questions you have on your job is not your problem, it's our problem. And as I answer your questions, I believe I am learning something from it as well. So don't feel any pressure when you're asking me questions. Invest in your invest in your own skills, and always remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. If you know the right target and just keep going that way, and you will get there eventually. And the reason why we are doing Excel is that just because you work hard, it doesn't mean that you are getting things done. In fact, in order to get things done efficiently, you have to not just put in the working hours, but you have to make sure that your skill proficiency is there, so that when you're moving something, that you are getting, you are actually working smart. Okay, so remember that. All right. So without any further everyday routine stuff, let's go to our session 11. Okay, so here we are. Um, a pivot table, graphing applications, and slices. And notice that I call not filters, but I call them slicers. Because this is something also I didn't know. But when you are graphing something, the filter for the graph is called slicer, whereas the filter for the tables, they are filters. But I'm going to explain a little more. Okay, so this is our background database. We've been working on this database for a while, and I'm sure everybody's very familiar with this by now. And if you're not, I hope you are um, uh, following up from the previous sessions, all the way from session 1. Anyways, you can see that we have our background database, and based on this, the target today is that based on this, we are going to build, boom, we are going to build a table that goes with the filter. But actually, I think we've seen this already. So using this filter, for example, and our end result graph, it's going to automatically change. Obviously, this is one of the core features in our dashboard. And even if we are not using this specific filter, we can also do the same exactly filtering by using the slicer, which is, as we know, if we click, for example, if I click all this, and it's going to leave out Zalo, it's going to leave out YouTube, whatever. Yep. And also by using the other category, KOL type, we can make the graph, we can make a graph show us different things. And bring it really quickly. So if you only want to see the ones that are in the main channel, let's just say we want to see that want to see only the ones that are going. Let's say it's going to show us Daniel and Karen, things like that. But so this is where we are heading to today. This is what we are going to build today. Compared to how it looks like, it actually is actually quite very simple. Okay, so don't be scared. Okay, so let's go and let's start. So what we are going to do today is we are going to show likes of each KOL by all available categories, slicers, filters. Basically, what we already seen here. I'm going to show you how to build the whole dashboard kind of looking thing, uh, something that looks exactly like this. All right, so let's start. Okay, so when we are building the pivot table, where do we start? And obviously, we start from the the background information, background database. All right, when it's up there. All right, we go to insert. Sorry, and as I keep saying, this is all in Korean, so I'm just going to say it one more time. So we go to insert, and we press pivot table. Okay, and if you do not know how to go here and you are in serious trouble, just go back to the old sessions and learn again. Okay, so and we want to set the table range first. Go here. I'm not gonna explain too much. I think everybody they should know how to do this by this time. Um, okay, so here we are again, and I think we are going to forget about this part. We are going to forget about this part. We are only going to focus on pivot table. This is actually quite easy. So on filter main channel KOL trend text. So do the same. Um, KOL's name here. Trend text main channel KOL type, right? All categories, okay. And then as for the value, we want to see the likes. I'm not gonna use average likes. I'm just gonna use those. I'll put all this up. Okay. All right. Looks like this is what we want to see, and well, little different in the orders, but we got the job done. Okay, so this is where we are. Okay, so we have this. Now, what I want to do now, what we this the new thing we are learning today is how do we build that graph along with all those slicers, okay, which is another name for the filters. How do we build this? All right, let me show you. Okay, so you press your pivot table, okay, and then you go to insert, and then you put let's just say which way? Actually, I kind of forgot, but okay, there you go. Too hard. Sorry, let me show you again. So table that I sorry, the graph I was looking for was the this whatever thing. Um, damn it, what do you call it? The bar graphs. Okay, so let me do it again. Okay. So I press that, and I go to insert. I go to bar graph, this one, and I press that. Now it gives me this. Okay, so it's still we have some things we have to do. Looks a little different, right? Okay, so when you make the graph along with the filters already up there, it's going to give you the filters on top. Okay, unlike the filters we want to see, unlike the slices we want to see. Okay, we are not going to use them. Okay, we are simply going to delete them because we are going to use slicers instead, not the filters. And maybe it's not too visible on the screen. One second, sorry. Let me just move my face a little bit. Okay, so we don't want to use those filters. What we do is we simply go here, right click that, and you are going to see delete from the delete from the field. It's going to it has an X mark right there, so you just press that and it goes. Press that, it goes. Okay, I don't know why this is not going, but okay, okay, well, a little weird. Sorry, but okay, whatever. Actually, it's not really relevant to our training. I'll figure out why that's not really going away. Okay. Well, anyways, having said so, um, oh, actually, I didn't delete those. My bad. Anyways, having said so, how do we go to the slicers now? Okay, so we press those, and then we double click this, and then if you double click the graph, and it's going to have something like the analysis of the pivot analysis or something like that. Okay, as you're doing this, I want you to look in your own Excel, and on this around here, it's going to have a thing called insert slicer. Let me actually take a screenshot of this so everybody can see. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to zoom in the video thing. Yeah, it looks like this. It looks something like that. Yeah. Mm. Okay, so make sure you use this thing, and it says insert slicer. Now, how do we do that? Let's see, it's actually quite simple. Just press that, and then it's going to show you pivot analysis, insert slicer. Now, this is where I get to choose what kind of filter I want to see there. Okay, so instead of putting all these filters, I want to have trend text available, and I want to see main channel, I want to see KOL types. Okay, so what happens is now it gives me all this. Okay, you can see here the colors and settings are a little different. All right, so and I have this main graph. I'm just going to delete that part. I don't think that's relevant. Okay. Okay, so now we have this on the bottom, we have this on the left, and we have this trend text on the bottom. Okay, now I guess this part is easy. Set it up just like that. Okay, that part, and this is this and this is the same. Now, how do we put this thing so that the labelings are horizontal? I show you. Double click this, and on top you will see a new new button called slicer. If you click that, and here it asks you how many items do you want to show on your x-axis. Right now it says one. That's why there's only one. But if I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it gives me more room so that they are shown on the x-axis, whereas the default is that they are shown on the y-axis. Since there are only five, I am going to put five in here, put it like that. And as for the trend text, also I want to do the same. I want to show three on the x-axis. set up the area a little bit so that they look cool and nicely fitting. All right. Okay. So now it's getting very, very similar in terms of how they look like. Okay. Now, how do we change the colors within? How do you make them more pretty? How do we make them prettier? Sorry. I go here. I right click. Go here. Right click, and on the bottom of the pop up option, there's going to be slicer setting, slicer options. I press that. I go here, and then first it's going to ask me, how do you want to put the name of the slicer? That's one thing it asks me. Let's just say, by the way, not this one. This is related to where it's connected to, so I'm just going to, it's a caption. So I'm going to say, oh, channels. So I'm going to change this upper part. Okay. All right, so the title of it is changed. I double click it one more time, and then this time I am going to so I press that, I press the slicer, and I'm going to change the colors of this the table. Let's just say I want to do blue. Yep, I just have to choose one of them. Okay. Now let's just say I want to do KOS for the KOL types. I do the same. Double click this. Oh, sorry. Double click this. Go to slicer. This time I want to use this color. Let's just say from the trend text, I want to do gray. Yep. It's quite easy, right? Yeah. And of course, there are other settings you can do. For example, make those the tables go away, sorry, the lines go away, and all that. But for the sake of our for the sake of our uh, the education and training, I'm not going to go into details of that. I'm just going to show you how that can be done. So when you want to do much more detailed designing to this slicer, what you can do is you double click this, go to slicer, and then if you click that, then there's going to be make your own. It's going to, maybe in English I think it's the customize your slicer style. If you press that, for every single thing you can actually set. So let me just show you some examples. So um this, for example, what this says is, how do you want to show the selected data? So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I press that and it says modify, it's lagging a little bit. Hold on. Yep. So if then it asks me, how do I want my selected data to be shown? But okay, so for the sake of our designing, let's just say I want to show this as the fill in color to be red. Okay, and the color to be the white because the background is red. Okay, and let's see what it does. Okay, so all the data here at the moment is not selected. Oh, sorry, I should use that actually. So okay, actually, so I lied. I explain one more time. So all the data at the moment is set as the selected. How do we know? Because they are shown as red colors. So all of them are shown. But if I unselect them, hold on. Sorry. So when I use slicer, it lags a little bit, because the Excel has to. Hold on. Okay, so I unselect this, unselect that. So at the moment, we know that the selected data are shown on the graph. And how do we know which data are selected? Because they are shown as red. Okay, let me show you one more example to this. Okay, so let's just say this time I what I want to do is the selected data is red and with the white writing. Unselected data, oh, that's what it says in Korean. Sorry, yeah. Unselected data is blue. Okay, so that we know which one's selected, which one's not. And then I'm gonna do use the same white color. Okay, so let's see what it does. Um, Press OK, and I apply, and let's just say I apply the same style. Go here, go here, go here. Okay, so how do we know which data is selected? The red is a selected, blue is not selected. So if I press that, then then I know last channel, MySpace, YouTube, Zalo, they are selected, whereas those above are not. And when I do that, because this is a filter that is interactive. Hmm, excuse me, sorry. Let me change the setting as well. I'm gonna change it to this setting. Okay. So when I select those and I select Zalo, I cannot select this because there are no data that actually corresponds to trend text and the trends that are down and the channel that includes Zalo. There are no KOLs that fits that category. That's why if I do it like that, it shows like that. Well, of course, there are more things I can do to design the slicers, and of course, we can do that. But for the sake of our training, I'm just going to show you how I did it and how we can do it. And in the future, maybe when you have to design your own dashboard and your own slicers, maybe you are going to have some problems. Bring it to me. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Okay. Um, I think that is it for today, and I hope everybody enjoyed. And I think we are getting much closer to making our own dashboard board for every section of our work at LAFS. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day if you are watching it on Sunday or Saturday. And if you're watching it on the weekdays, and I hope you still enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you never stop learning and keep building on